Hi guys, welcome to the Music B&B. I'm 315 and today we're going to be listening to an artist known as Ligaya Escueta or Ligaya Escueta. Pardon, please forgive me if I pronounce that incorrectly. It's not my intent to. I pronounce a lot of artists incorrectly. Britpop is apparently the genre of this album, and the album is by far probably my favourite album name of the year. It's called Laughing in Milk. I mean, how much more hilarious do you want to get with that? That's a really intriguing album name. I'm very invested already, and I haven't even heard any music. Let's give it a go. Let's dive on in with our first track, which is called 1965.
I wanna pretend that it's alright, living in 1965. Wanna get my shades on my dress at some high school prom.
Very Britpop, quite crunchy guitar, yeah?
Other kids ask if I'm alright. I'll answer with the words I wrote in marker on the back.
Quite like a crunchiness to it.
Wishing I had something smart to tell them.
Okay.
I wanna pretend that
Okay, it's very acoustic, very natural sounding.
living in 1965.
Like in the hook, the melody, yeah. It's becoming memorable already.
High school prom night, when the other kids ask if I'm alright, I'll answer with the words I wrote and then still
Very sort of indie, British indie, late 2000s, early 2010s. Ooh, like that sort of almost James Bond spy themed guitar lick there. Bow, now, now. Very good, very good.
65, 65, 65, 55, 45, 95.
The way the vocals are doubled up, it's almost feels quite childlike in its delivery. It's almost sloppy, but not. Stereo delay is creating a nice field in my ears. Would consider maybe a lower octave down singing for verse parts or parts you want to stand out. Always a good technique in songwriting to make things stand out, to tell the listener, hey, this is the chorus, listen to this. Ed Sheeran does it a lot. He does like lower octave, higher octave together, layers it for his songs. And some harmonies wouldn't go amiss as well. Something like that, you know, just to really emphasize certain points.
1965.
I like the acoustic guitar ending there. Dogs for no apparent reason, always good. I'm a doggo guy. Okay, this is called The End. Seems a bit quieter than the first track. Sometimes Apple Music can do that to tracks though, even when they're not supposed to. Be different levels. Okay, no, just started quietly. Okay. Very British bass sound. Nice crispy high end on the bass actually. Like it sounds like one of those very sort of alternative bands that you get, like if you ever watched the movie Yes Man, Zooey Deschanel's band, you know, the very sort of quirky band, but better than that band. They were obviously a joke band. It feels that kind of alternative scene. think again, as the vocalist is quite a high range voice, I feel like it needs blending with something deeper and lower to make it sound full. Otherwise you're kind of just staying in the clouds in the high end a lot. Well, I'd say sort of the upper mid range. This is nice with the harmonies, lower harmonies underneath this when the oohs are happening. Emphasizes it a bit more. Guitar works very nice, lots of elements. Different on verse 1 to verse 2, which is always crucial, varies things. Love the album artwork, by the way. Can't quite make out what it's saying in the face. Probably says laughing in milk. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Probably my screen recording thing making it a bit fuzzy. It's much clearer when you see it on the screen in person. Oh, key change, okay. Coming at me with the fancy key change. What you doing? Oh, we got the fade out, have we? Guitar in the mix, the one that's going beep, beep, beep. I'd have that bit quiet. It seems to be louder than the rest as the fade in. So it should be a nice sort of background element, that an extra texture. So that was the end, which is the second song, and it's nearer the start. So far, those two songs have flowed nicely together. Similar style, but varied enough that it's different as well. This is The Summer Song by Ligaya, Escueta. Laughing in Milk is the album. If you like it, make sure to add it to your streaming service, to your Deezer, to your Apple Music, to your Spotify. Link down below. I'm liking this lower vocals that have been sung here. I do feel a lot of the low end has been cut off the vocals, and perhaps could have done with more of the low end in the mix actually from the vocalist. So again, I've got that sort of stuck through an amplifier kind of vibe from the vocals, which you know is a common thing that's used. Many bands live off that. King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard use it continuously. They're one of my favourite bands. This could not sound more British in its delivery. So Britpop. Almost about Sing London Calling then. I do love that the bassist in this group is very prevalent, allowed to do ideas, not just following the root notes.
Questions I have so much. Am I just growing up? I just hope they'll be back for us. For us.
Love that. This is proper groove. Summer Song's my favourite at the moment, I think. I'd say the vocals are quite soft. I know they're female vocals, but they need spreading, they need thickening, they need something doing to them to make it stand out. Like that. This male vocalist could have been backing her up the whole time on the choruses, not just on the chants. This is the most full I've heard the vocals, really. The male vocalist does have a nice voice. It might be nice in future to have a back and forth and a combination of the male and female vocalists together. Could create something quite special there. Reminds me of when Hayley Williams used to have the guitarist singing some of the tracks. Sure where this is going, but I'm enjoying it. Perhaps in that break something could have been happening. There's a nice quiet moment in the track. I like that. Catchy tune. Ooh. Nice. The piano settled in nicely in the back there. I only really just came to the forefront at the end there, but piano definitely filled out some of that track. This is called She. Yeah, this is quite arena rock in its style. Dramatic. Oh, that bass is so nicely produced. Oh, it's so gritty.
When I'm lonely, when I'm far.
Again, vocals could be louder, more at the front. Needs to be the star of the show. The band are awesome, but the vocals need to be the star of the show. Always. Kind of hard to hear the vocals, and they sound nice. Low harmonies. Perhaps the vocalist needs to get out the head voice range and go more for the lungs. Really sort of belt it. It's Britpop, well, especially this, as distorted as this. It's quite full on and forward, and it needs that power behind it. Kind of want to see what Ligaya Escueta sounds like with when they're like full blast shouting vocals. I'd love to hear what that would sound like. Almost moshing on the chorus. Didn't expect it to be going this way. It's nicely varied, every track. It's still got that familiarity, but it has differences as well. It's not, this album isn't 7 of the same soundtrack. It's not 7 of the same formula. It is 7 tracks. Yeah, 7. Quite a short album in that sense, but I'm all for short and concise albums, cutting the fluff out. I like how the this solo mimics what the vocals were doing. A very sort of Green Day-esque kind of technique to do. Billy Joe loves that technique. Pop punk rocker at heart, can you tell? Needs harmonies for those choruses. And to be brought to the front.
Talk to me when I'm angry, and I won't cry.
But it's such a lovely vocalist. It's just, I think the way it's been recorded is not showing that in the right light. And it could have been. This is 12-sided die.
You roll your 12-sided die.
Ooh, nice vocal line.
I've been told not to play, but rules cannot console me.
Again, vocalist needs more low end. Okay, so far, Summer Song is my favourite, and this. The musical, the way the music is presented is quite Beatles-esque at the start. The vocal line was very interesting, unique. Like that, those little melodic runs. And we're at a waltz. And there's flutes in the background. I do like how there is familiarity and difference throughout this album, flowing very nicely.
You are a princess, betrothed tonight, living off the glimmer, erupting from the night. You reach forward to the depths of the day, extending the hours, always underway.
It's quite hard for me to analyze the lyrics because I find myself forcing myself to try and listen to them, when really with any song it should be forced upon you. It's just there to hear. So I feel like I'm searching to listen to it, so hard to analyze the lyrics. Really nice. Feels quite My Chemical Romance-y in sort of operaticness, and the band working very well together here. Rock opera. Feels like there's so many influences from these guys. If this is a band, Ligaya Escueta sounds like one person. It could just as well be one person. A longer track, but not that that's a bad thing, because it was different throughout. Yeah, definitely a favourite for me, that one. Well done. Well done. Living is a Dying Art. It's our penultimate track. Feels weird to say that as we're only in track 6. Quiet vocals. should be like that close to the mic when it's that quiet. Like, living is a dying art. Like, that's the kind of thing we should feel when it's that quiet, because then you're conveying the emotions as being close.
We're running out of songs to sing. All the chords been pushed and pulled and stretched.
Nice lyrics, very nice lyrics.
You're smiling in your plastic room. You think you are alone, but is that true?
It's laughing in milk about going for coffee and chatting with a friend, laughing. That's what I'm getting. Nice song titles throughout this. Living is a Dying Art is a nice name. I mean, not nice in the sense of what maybe the topic's about, but clever, thought-provoking.
They say this is the end, but that's what
Oh,
generation.
wasn't expecting the band to come in there. Nice way to enter.
I can't accept 400 songs going round and round, yeah.
Interesting sounding snare drum. It's got quite a woomph to it in some spaces. Sound. At least it's not the Saint Anger snare drum. Metallica. You didn't know. That bass. That bassist. Admirable bass work. Padre. Drums working up to something here. Crashing all over the place. Snare rolling everywhere. This is a big one. I feel like the vocals could have also been building. More layers, more harmonies, more octave harmonies, you know, just really build it. Not just Britpop, it's almost operatic in its in the way it's put forward. It's well thought through. Very, 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 very nice. Good track. And now we're coming to our final track. The final track is called Epilogue. If you don't know what an epilogue is, it's a really, really epic log. Okay, feels quite punky. Oi, 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 oi. Johnny Rotten's going to be on this one. feels like it's just instrumental. I would have liked some ois from the band. Oi, 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 oi. Sounds like when it's played live, this is just the moment in the show where the audience goes crazy, the singer's out in the audience, just running about with them, having a good time. Interesting way to close off this project. Oh, okay. Oh, oh. Where are we going? Ah, you know what? You could have half-timed those drums, like, you know, you could have really slowed that down. But that's the metalhead breakdown in me. That was chlorine for that. Let's review this bad boy of an album, Laughing in Milk by Ligaya, Escueta. Lo siento if I said that wrong, I'm sorry. Okay, flow. The flow of the album, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I thought it flowed very nicely. Flow in the sense that it was familiar throughout, but also varied throughout. There were differences, changes, there was builds, there were crescendos, there were gaps, there was silence at points. You know, it was interesting. You kind of knew where things were going, but you kind of didn't as well. And that's what was nice. You felt comfortable but unsafe. And that's the kind of thing you want when you're getting introduced to a band. So brilliant. Lyrics. The lyrics I'm going to give a 6 out of 10. Mainly because I couldn't really hear the lyrics a lot of the time. But when I did hear the lyrics, they were very nice. Some nice ideas that were there. But bring up those vocals. Bring up those vocals. Artwork. Artwork I'm going to give a 10 out of 10 as well. It's intriguing. It looked really nice. It made me want to check what was happening in that dancing person's face. And I realised it said Laughing in Milk. It's some nice artwork. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for that. Production I'm going to give a 5 out of 10. I thought that perhaps the singer wasn't put into the best light. It was very sort of live sounding, you know, and that can be a good thing, but you have to get your balances right when working with incredibly live sounding tracks. I thought the bass was very nice. I thought the sound on the bass was good. I thought the guitar could maybe have been a little less crunchy, maybe more on the distorted side instead, or the cleaner side, but it was sort of that fine line between finding the right tone there. I do get those Britpop, and that's kind of the style of Britpop, but I just felt it just wasn't quite there, the guitar tone. So lyrics and guitar tone, reason why production I wouldn't rate as highly. And then the singing, I would rate the singing a 6 out of 10 again, mainly because I felt like more time could have been spent on layering vocals, adding vocals, maybe spending time as a group together discussing how you can best portray certain aspects of the track to emphasize parts of it. I always think of like choruses with their harmonies and backing vocals. It's like bold text. It makes it stand out. There's your chorus. Make it bold, stand out. Verses can be a little quieter, but just make those sections so different, okay? Because otherwise you have to really listen for, oh, this is the chorus, this is the verse. As a band, you know when that is, but to first-time listeners, that can be harder to pick up straight away. But if you've got a space where everyone's joining in at the same time, then it's easier to notice. Like when you were doing the oohs and the kind of chants together, that was very obvious that was almost like your punctuation mark, and sorry, not punctuation, your bold moment. You know, we needed more of that. So if I had to give a rating to this album, overall, I'd probably rate it somewhere around 7 out of 10. Huge potential, great inventivity from the band. I really want to see where these guys go in the future, maybe on different projects, how they adapt, evolve their sound, focus more in on the how they present, package, and deliver their sounds to a digital world. I really look forward to that. So yeah, interesting project. It's definitely made my evening. I've enjoyed listening to this. Quick, concise, brilliant ideas. If you really like this, it's linked down below. You could return the favor by listening to some of my music. Tell me what you like, what you dislike. You know, do the same on this video. But in a world where everyone wants to be heard and no one's doing the listening, make sure you are the one that is doing the listening too. Goodbye, I guess.
Oh my word.